you for coming. What a nice, good crowd. We got a good show for you tonight. I'm Johnny Carson, the surrogate father of talk show hosts everywhere. Well, you had a green jacket last night. Now you got a bright red one. What do you?
We're going through all the basic colors.
What tomorrow? Puce tomorrow? Is puce a color, or is that something you do? I don't quite know. Anyway, this is the Tonight Show, and up till now, this is the only birth control device the networks will allow on the air. Have you been following that controversy? They want to start advertising, and I understand some independent stations, television stations, are going to advertise condoms. And it's created a lot of controversy, you know, moral grounds and so forth. The networks are not ready to go along with it yet. How do you feel about it? You think they should allow to do that? Yeah! I'll tell you what. I'm looking forward to the commercials. They ask 1,000 doctors what protection they would use if they were stranded on a desert island with Dean Martin's gold diggers. I mean, that's a commercial. Anyway, I don't know if it'll happen or not. You see the cover of Newsweek? You know who's on the cover of Newsweek magazine? Vanna White. Vanna White made the cover of Newsweek. What's happening to news magazines? I got a promotional thing for the National Review the other day, and they said if you subscribe now, you get the George Will Beefcake Calendar. Okay? Want your money back? Well, we did it. The big cup belongs here. I think Dolly Parton was the first to say that. Well, we went all 4 in a row, didn't we?
Yeah.
We went all 4 in a row. Okay, I guess it comes back here. I'm in a nutty mood tonight.
What?
I don't know why. Do you think Shirley MacLaine will ever do commercials for 9 Lives cat food? Well, if you've been following the news, Ferdinand Marcos is in the... Have you seen the latest attempt by Ferdinand Marcos to regain control of the Philippines? He hasn't given up. Today he established a beachhead on Gilligan's Island, and he's moving on. Marcos says he has established a foothold in the Philippines. I think in the same sense that Argentina has established a foothold in the Falklands. Now, the weirdest thing, did you see this on the news last night? The home videotape? I'm not making it up. Ferdinand Marcos made a home videotape of him doing exercises to show that I guess he was physically right, that has the stamina, and he's vigorous enough to rule the Philippines. Now, the high point was when he bench pressed Imelda's American Express bill. And then, for a finish. And for a finish, he clean and jerked her entire collection of shoe trees. I mean, it's been a bad week for Marcos. Not only did the invasion fail, but his exercise video is being outsold by Oprah Winfrey's workout tape. He won't give up. Today he was arrested wearing a white wig, found him in the Philippines, claiming he was Phil Donahue doing a week of shows in Manila. What else is going on? Speaking of Phil Donahue, have the shows he's done in Russia been shown back here yet? Phil Donahue went to Russia. Did you know that? And he finished taping a week of shows in the Soviet Union. And Phil did his usual hard-hitting shows. In the first one, he sticks his mic in Lenin's face. And he said, "You're stuck in this country. They won't let you out. How do you feel?" Lenin is dead. What? How do you feel? Put up the sail and let's get out of here. Anyway, the cultural shock didn't seem to bother Donahue. He was able to find over there 6 transvestite dwarfs. You know, Phil likes them. You know, Phil, he was really stretching for shows over there, for themes. In the last one, he did an interview with the granddaughters of Carl and Chico Marx. Karl Marx is dead, too. So is Chico. You like this, don't you? You really like it. Anyway, we've got a good show tonight. We really do. Later on, evangelist Pat Robertson will be out here and tell us that he doesn't know whether he's going to run for president yet because God has him on hold because of Oral Roberts. So it's a big... Anyway, tonight, a funny gentleman tonight, Mr. George Carlin is there. And two pretty women, lovely actors. Susan Sullivan, who's been with us before, is here tonight. And a young lady who's making her first appearance. I think she's on the syndicated show It's a Living and appears occasionally on L.A. Law. Her name is Sheryl Ralph. She is here tonight. So stay where you are. Here we are back with our pre-rehearsed show. Yeah. Some guy in the audience asked if we pre-rehearse.
Yeah.
No, we don't. If we have a sketch, if we're doing a sketch some night, we'll rehearse that. But not in front of an audience.
Straight ahead.
Just the guys out here, just the crew, which gives you a false reading. Because the crew, sometimes we do the sketch and they break up.
Yeah.
And then we get on the air, they've seen the sketch. And they were the only ones saving us. So. Anyway, we have tonight George Carlin, we have Susan Sullivan, and Sheryl Ralph. Did you watch any of the American
Yes,
stuff?
I did, yeah.
They carried about how many hours of that?
Oh, every night. That was on for every night.
All I got to see was the guy doing this. You know, they take it from the bow, and then they would show that... You understand what a 12-meter yacht is?
No, I do not.
Does anybody understand what a 12-meter yacht is, how they determine that?
I thought it was the length, but apparently that's not it.
It has nothing to do with the length of the yacht. It's based on some formula, has to do with the... Does anybody in the audience know?
No.
It's a complicated formula. It has to do with the, I think, the beam and the depth of the keel, and then they take that times 3 point something, and nobody understands what they're talking about.
But mainly we won.
I guess we did, yeah. 4 out of 4.
Handsomely.
All right. Got a little something here I should have done this afternoon.
It was even nice that you do these, because a lot of people don't do these. A lot of big celebrities just don't find time, but it's so nice that you, a multi-million-dollar star, has time to do this kind of work for free. You don't get paid for this, do you?
Did you think I couldn't set this up?
I'm just complimenting. I'm not trying to help you set it up. They know what it is. It's a public service announcement.
That's right. You've done them.
Sure.
For the Boy Scouts, you get them for the Forestry Service. The Internal Revenue went around to celebrities asking them to do what they call public service announcements to tell people to file their income tax on time and all that. They sent some over this afternoon. I didn't have time to do them.
You've been so busy.
So if you don't mind, what they do, they send over the copy. I put it on cue cards. Haven't had a time to read it over, so I'm going to do what they call this unrehearsed. So they call this in the business a cold reading. You just come in and you haven't seen the copy, so we'll do this and we'll go on with the regular show. This is not part of the show. See, that's a cop-out. Because if this doesn't work, I'm home free. I can say, look, it was a public service thing and it wasn't... Okay, so how many of these we got to do, Bob? About 3 or 4?
Yeah, I got 5.
Okay, let's go ahead and slate them and we'll start. So you get a chance to see how these work inside. This is Kevin Quinn, by the way, our stage manager.
What am I supposed to do?
Slate them.
PSA number 1, take 1.
Hi, this is Johnny Carson with a plea to all Jewish mothers within the sound of my voice. Times have changed, and some of the old ways have to change with them. With what we now know about the dangers of cholesterol, how can you, in good conscience, continue to feed thick, fat-laden chicken soup to children with head colds? For a free booklet containing healthier soup alternatives, send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the B'nai Broth, Yenta, Maryland. Thank you very much. See, I had one little flub in there, but it looks
all right.
natural,
Sure.
and they'll use that. Okay,
Sure.
Okay, Kevin.
PSA number 2, take 1.
Are you aware television evangelists like Oral Roberts, who solicit cash donations from the public, face a very serious occupational hazard in handling filthy money? That's true. Money is loaded with bacteria and germs. This is Johnny Carson urging that before you send cash to a TV evangelist, you boil those bucks. For more information on cleaning currency, write to Oral Hygiene, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 747.
PSA number 3, take 1.
Johnny Carson with a question for you urban residents across America. Are you unhappy with your city mayor? Has the snow removal been too slow? Has he refused to fix your latest parking ticket? Well, why wait till the next election? Why not to get together with some good neighbors who feel the same way and overthrow him? Now's the time to do it because there's a good replacement waiting in the wings. I'm talking, of course, about Ferdinand Marcos. He's got proven leadership experience, and his wife, Imelda, will give the tremendous boost to the local economy by buying up every pair of lady shoes in the local area. So why not make Marcos your mayor? Have some pity. Give him a city.
PSA number 4, take 1.
Recently, Marineland announced that it will soon be closing. Unfortunately, this will put some hard-working whales out of work. Because of their size, their vocational options are somewhat limited. Whales can't operate a computer keyboard, can't even drive a cab. But there's one job they can do and do really good, and that's guard your home while you're on vacation. Just set one on your front lawn. A burglar's going to think twice before lugging your Sony past a 75-ton mammal with teeth as big as a Honda. And they can water your grass with their blowhole. This is Johnny Carson reminding you Southern California homeowners this summer, hire the humpbacked. Public service announcement. And now, on with our regular show. Susan, George Carlin's going to be here, Susan Sullivan, and Sheryl Lee Ralph, and we will have a word from one of our beloved sponsors. Okay. Now on with the entertainment portion of our show. George Carlin is one of the more inventive, bizarre comedians around for many years, and he's finally gotten into the movie business. He's appearing in the new film Outrageous Fortune with Bette Midler and Shelley Long, which I think opened just all over the country. Would you welcome Mr. George Carlin?
Been a long time. You'd think I'd know this Mark by now. How are you, everybody? Nice to see you. Good. That's nice. Responsive. That's nice. John, I did it again. I ate at the commissary again. And I'm getting to like that place. I'm starting. This is the third time in a row now since I come over here recently. I'm getting to like that place, too. Well, any restaurant where they serve the little individual bottles of Kaopectate right at the table. And the menu is different now. The menu has changed a lot since the merger. I don't know if do you know about the merger? The commissary was taken over by a big conglomerate, the International House of Monosodium Glutamate. And I understand it was an unfriendly takeover. The negotiators ate there while they were going through the deal. Now, what I had tonight, very nice, the sweet and sour bat groin. Had the wombat cacciatore, because I do like the Italian food. And they're right up to the times over there. The Cajun cuisine is quite the thing now. They have blackened goldfish, which I thought was And if you want something light, something nice and light, Johnny, after the show, the smoked gorilla loaf. And And another unusual thing now, I guess it's the influence of the new company, they have an international breakfast. They have French toast, English muffin, Spanish omelet, Belgian waffles, Swedish pancakes, Danish pastry, Canadian bacon, and Irish coffee. That's not bad at all. Still tough. Yeah. They were going to, I think they were going to include Hungarian goulash, but the chef, Horst, put his foot down. I don't want to tell you where he put it. But he did. Now, I am a person... See, I don't wait. I know what's happening. I do like eating out. That's a part of my life these days. I like eating out, and I'm hard to please. I'm kind of hard to please. I'm not a complete vegetarian. I'm sort of a semi-vegetarian. I'll only eat an animal if it was killed in combat. But I do like finding new restaurants, because I like to tell other people, tell them about new places I found. Here's a tip, by the way. When you're restaurant hunting, there's a little tip on how much a restaurant might cost. If the word cuisine is in the ad, it's probably a high-priced place. If it says food, fairly moderate, and, of course, eats, you can get in and out for about $1. Some of the new places I've found over here in the valley, Johnny, you'll be interested in this. Joey's House of Toast. They've come up apparently with 400 different ways to serve toast. And my favorite is toast on a bun. It's really good. Yeah. It's a little doughy, but otherwise... Also, another place out here, this is rather an unusual restaurant, Shorty and Bud's Restaurant for the Unclean. You'll want to bring your own dishware when you go out to Shorty and Bud's. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills has a new place for anorexics. It's called Nothing for Me, Please. It's a real nice place. No waiters, no silverware, you just sit and talk. Now, liking restaurants as much as I do, I got into the restaurant business for a while. I wasn't that successful with it. It's not easy to be a success in the restaurant business. My first place that I had, I think I had the wrong concept. All you can eat to go. Then I changed it, all you can eat for $500. People didn't like that either. But then I came up with something I thought surely would work. It was a drive-through, one of those it was a drive-through chili restaurant. It wasn't the same as like Jack in the Box or something. This one, you didn't even slow down. We would just shoot the chili at you from a shotgun. Yeah. The kids loved it, and the car wash really loved it next door. But eating out is fun only if you make it fun. You got to ask for unusual things. Ask them, do you serve cow feet? Stuff like that. Ask me if you can get a grilled cheese sandwich on whole wheat lady fingers. Get a bowl of artificial flavor and a glass of food coloring. Substitute. Ask them if you can substitute. Say, can I substitute? Say, oh, yes. Well, okay. Instead of the parsley, I'd like lobster tail. The pepper mill is a lot of fun. The guy's always coming around with the pepper mill. You know what you do? Say, you want some pepper on? I say, yeah, sure, go ahead. You let the guy go for about 8 or 9 minutes, you know? I say, okay, that's enough. And then when he's doing someone else, take it by and say, oh, too much pepper on this. Send it back. That's a sign of a sophisticate. Tell him, say, this roast beef tastes like Ponce de Leon socks. And another thing you want to try and do, ask them for something a little bit offbeat, like, say, you have skim milk? And he'll say, well, gee, I don't know. I have to go back and ask. Waiter goes back, takes a few minutes, comes back, and he says, yes, we have skim milk. Say, oh, that's okay. I don't like skim milk anyway. Thank you all.
Eating out. Good stuff, funny stuff.
Oh, good to be here. And yeah, well, little things.
I was at a
in my
restaurant
life.
last night where they did the reading, where the guy gives the descriptions. That's the in thing, especially out here.
Yes.
They don't print it for you.
No.
Today's specials, and they have 9 specials. Yeah. And you can't remember the first one after he gets through the second one. Why do they do that? Why don't they just print them out so you can read
Well,
them?
they haven't heard some of my tips. If they listen, you know, when I get... I'll probably get into some of that.
Okay.
Helping restaurants out.
Good. We hooked them now.
Yeah.
We'll do this, and we'll come right back. Somewhere in limbo. Anyway, good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here, John.
Yeah. What's new in your life? So we'll talk about the movie in a moment, but anything else happening?
Well, I had my tubes tied. Didn't even know I had tubes. The doctor said, hey, you've got tubes. I said, hey, tie them. I don't like to
You want to be tied, you can go through without loose tubes.
Yeah, so I got that done. I had a strange thing today. I got a threatening postcard in the mail. You know, you hear about threatening letters. I got a threatening postcard. It said, having a wonderful time, wish you were here, but if you come here, I will kill you. Also, I didn't wash today. I wanted to announce that I didn't wash today. I'm not dirty yet. Yeah, I'm one of those people. You know, if I'm not dirty, hey, I don't wash.
Just like...
So I'll be waiting. Maybe I'll get dirty tomorrow. I'll wash then. Had a good Super Bowl. You know what I do? I watch the Super Bowl alone. I can't stand this group of people watching. I'm alone because I got to get intense, you know. I tape myself up, complete tape for the show. Get the doctor to come over, a little Novocaine in each knee before I start. And had a good game, had 3 sacks. Well, the pizza delivery man is going to need surgery off-season. But all I came out with was a hamstring, and hey, I'll be ready for spring practice.
Good. That's the way you're looking at it.
Yeah, doing good. Jumped right in the jacuzzi in the whirlpool right after the game. That's about it. Nothing else.
What about this movie now? You have been doing this show for, what, almost 20 years?
Yeah, in fact,
And later on in
exactly.
a moment, we're going to show you a film clip. You have never in your life said, you know, I got a film clip.
This is my first film clip. I tried to sneak one on from a cable show, but they don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Because cable competes with this. So movies, they figure they give you a break. And yes, I try to do a movie every 10 years.
Yeah. Overexposures.
I did with 6 You Get Egg Roll in the late 60s. I did Car Wash, and hey, it's time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to squeeze the time frame down a little more and maybe do them more frequently. But this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just proud to have a clip. I don't even care if they show it. I'm glad I have a clip.
You just have it?
Yeah.
Maybe you go out in the lobby and just show them the clip as they leave tonight.
Or neither, or little stills would be nice.
Now, I have probably said on this show, I don't know how many, maybe thousands of times,
Yes.
does this film clip need any setting up?
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm glad you asked that, John, because this clip is what this takes place. What this is when Clark Gable and Olivia de Havilland walk in the room. And wait, no, this might be another. This is the later clip. This is the later clip. If this is the one I think it is, people like to say that.
Well,
I don't really know what they
I
sent
don't know
over.
what they sent over, John. But
I know what it is.
How about that?
This is when the character I'm playing, this burnout hippie from the 60s, Frank Madras, is cornered by the 2 girls, Bette Midler and Shelley Long.
Right.
It's called Outrageous Fortune. When they finally nail him in the desert and try to convince him to help them.
No, sir, that is not the clip.
That's not the clip.
That's not the clip they sent?
This is the Clark Gable, Olivia de Havilland. All right,
Now, what
it is
film
the
clip
one,
is
I
it?
thought. Okay, see, even Fred can be wrong. Yeah, it is that one, and they try to convince my character to help them because they're in a big jam chasing a guy all across the country.
Okay, and I've said before, watch the monitors if you want to see this here in the
Count
studio.
backwards,
folks.
down to 2 and 1.
Me alone!
Frank, you have to listen.
No, I don't!
Yes, you do. Oh, I'm sorry, Frank, but this is really important.
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Look, we gotta use your phone.
Forget it. You stiffed me for $20. You leave me in drag. You got some maniac with a knife chasing you. These things do not tempt me to want to team up with you guys. What's wrong with my head?
Are you okay?
No. I think I'm getting sober.
Look, Frank, we're not just jerking you around. Some guys are chasing us because one of them stole a virus that's going to kill and destroy all the plants and all the trees for thousands of miles all the way around. We stole it back, so now they're trying to kill us. You get it?
Jeez, the 60s were good to you, weren't they?
That's right. Think back to the 60s. People did things for each other.
They were wasted.
Listen, get us to a telephone, all right? I swear to you, you're going to be showered with money.
Good. I saw some, seriously. I saw some notices on this picture, and they pointed you out. That it was a lovely little piece of work there.
He's a terrific character, and he's kind of a pivotal character. He helps them save the day.
Yeah.
He saves their bacon, as it were, toward the end of the film. So,
Outrageous Fortune is the picture.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
What else you got? You usually have some other bizarre things going on in your career.
Well, I've been offered some things now since this has been out. They're doing I've written a sequel to the Bible. I wrote it myself.
Sequel to the Bible.
Yeah, it's called Bible 2.
Bible 2.
Yeah. It's not a very imaginative name. I was going to go with The Bible Rides Again.
No.
Or The Bible Joins the Navy.
Yeah.
The Bible Goes Out West. The Bible Meets the Wolfman. But they wanted to go with Bible 2, so I'm doing that. And also, I'm happy to say I've been very lucky. I've been picked for the all-black version of Joni Loves Chachi. So that's coming up. Also, I'm doing a film about a criminal with a limp. Well, actually, I've spoiled the joke.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go any further. That was just, let's call that one down.
One down.
And I have, as you may know already, I have an interesting collection of Central American underwear, and I'm exhibiting this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. The Honduran trapdoor skivvies are especially interesting. It's downtown at one of the local museums. Mm-hmm. And doing a benefit for the
What is the benefit
for?
for?
I'm very busy for post-Grenada stress syndrome. Apparently, a lot of these guys are waking up in the middle of the night and they see a medical student with a suitcase and they just flip. I do what I can.
And you're not taking care of those people.
No.
I've got to interrupt this flow of...
all right.
Sure, what the hey. A buck is a buck.
Sure.
Comes right down the bottom line.
True,
but we're going to be back. Stay where you are. Okay, we're back. Our next guest is a very pretty and talented actress who's one of the stars of the TV series Falcon Crest. Would you welcome Miss Susan Sullivan? Yeah.
Thank you.
A lot of kissing in show business, isn't there?
know,
A lot of hugging and kissing and all of that kind of stuff. Do you like hate it when strangers come up and you've met them for the first time, I think?
Well, it's a little disconcerting, but I find I do it myself, which is even more disconcerting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I go, why am I being such a phony?
Yeah.
But I do it
happens,
anyway.
I guess. How are you?
Forgive me for kissing you.
No, that's all right. I didn't know. I wasn't. Oh, no. It was very nice. We're talking to George. George's been doing this show for 20 years. It's hard to believe the first time you did the show was about a decade, about 10 years ago?
10 years ago. I know, it's amazing.
Do you remember it?
I remember it very well. As a matter of fact, is it Sheryl Lee? Sheryl
Lee, yeah,
that's on the
coming
show,
on.
is doing her first
That's
show,
right.
and she's sitting back there so calm, cool, and collected. I was a wreck.
Yeah.
I remember I came out, and I was telling the story and rattling on, and in the middle of the story, I glanced over at you.
Mm-hmm.
I hesitate to tell this because it sounds like I'm trying to flatter you, but you were looking at me in such a way that it was male-female, but it was really more than that, and the
He looks at me that way.
Is this yeah, is this
it
going to
was
be
male, female, male, male.
Yeah.
I really feel I need to explain this because it was the only other person I know who ever did this was Cary Grant. Now, what a compliment that is.
Yes,
He had a way, and I went out with him just 2 or 3 times, he had a way of listening to people that was so extraordinary, it was so intense, it was so powerful. With all of his enormous intelligence and energy, he would listen to someone as if what they were saying was the most brilliant, profound thing that had ever been said. And that's the way you looked at me. To the point where, to the point where I literally stopped in the middle of whatever inane story I was telling and went, hi. And you went, hi. And then I finished the story.
Yeah. Is the old thrill still there? Somehow I don't seem to be getting that same response tonight.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the 10 years will do it to you.
Is it true somebody told me, and I don't know, you had a dream in which I was not a participant, I was going to say participant, I meant was in your dream.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you were coming on this show.
Yeah, I think it probably was. Do you dream a lot?
Yeah.
Do you have any reoccurring type dreams?
Yeah. Yeah. I dream in black and white, then I bring Ted Turner comes in and colors them. Or I dream in color and he comes in and makes them something like that. Yeah.
Do you remember any of them?
Sometimes dreams, yeah, or so you wake up and you actually think it has actually happened, yeah.
Well, this dream, this is really not a terribly interesting dream. I'm quite fascinated by dreams, and I analyze my own and anybody else's.
Let's analyze this.
Okay.
Tell us what happened.
And we've got George here, because
Sure.
I expect George would be very good at this. All right, we were in an underground
Who's we?
garage. We. The three of us. Us.
But George is in your dream, too?
No, but I like George.
I'll be
Well, you can't put him in your dream now. I mean,
No, it's too late.
Tomorrow night.
if he wasn't there, you can't now put him in
You're
there.
right, you're right, I know.
George, let him get his own dream.
All right.
You and I.
You and I were in this dream. But there was a third person in the dream. Okay, this is the dream. Garage, gray garage. You were standing there.
Underground.
Tulips, underground. I think that's significant.
Yes.
Gray. Tulips.
I have tulips?
You had tulips. One drooping tulip in the back.
It's too easy. I refuse to do a Freudian analysis. It's too easy. All right, I've got a drooping tulip.
You got one, but only one drooping tulip. You had 5 or 6 others right up there. And you said to me in your most gentle and boyish, Carson-esque quality, you said, listen, I'm invited to this very big and very important Hollywood party, and my fiancée, I believe you said her name, I don't remember, is out of town, and could you go with me? And I was very flattered and very touched, of course, and I said, actually, I can't because Cary Grant invited me this morning. End of dream. I woke up.
Well, you probably made the right choice. Well, wasn't that interesting? I don't know
what do you get from it? Nothing just comes immediately to your mind?
The underground garage is interesting. Why in an underground would I have tulips in an underground garage? You always have tulips in a garage on the first floor, never.
Yeah, that's what caught my attention, and so do you have a hit on it,
I
George?
think it means you want a bicycle.
I think it means I want to substitute lobster for the parsley.
Could be.
I think that's what it means. I have no idea what it means other than that Cary Grant is dead, and maybe.
So they say people in your dreams don't sometimes represent the actual person.
But you see, for me, you are Cary Grant and Johnny
Well, that's
Carson.
very nice. I'm very flattered. I'm very fond of him. He was a nice young.
Yeah, that is
Does your
flattering,
current boyfriend appear in your dreams? Provided you have a current boyfriend, it's none of my business, but it's my job to ask.
Well, Joan.
No.
No, I don't. But I'll tell you, I was talking to George backstage. George.
Keep bringing. You try to get him in your dream. Now you're.
I'm on the show. Use me. You know. Go.
Thank you. I really like comics. Not necessarily. I think I like the writing part. Do you write your own material? Do you write your own material?
Some of it, not all of it. No.
But most comics do write their own material, don't they? They don't?
No, they don't.
Well, I like the writers then. I don't necessarily
Well, then you
like
like George.
Then I like George. Right.
I have a bicycle, by the way.
That's right.
And how are your tulips?
Just
Why do you like comedy writers and
I
comedians?
don't know. They're just such interesting, sort of off-center minds. They're very. There's a touch of madness. Yeah, sick. So my therapy is obviously not working.
That's good. Have you ever gone with a humorous person? No?
Yes, but not that humorous. I mean, I could go for somebody much more humorous than anybody that I have gone with who was humorous. Because they weren't that humorous, if the truth be known.
There are a lot of young comedians in Europe with nobody to go with. Bring some of them over here.
Thank you.
Freddie is pointing, as he usually does. We have to do this, but we're coming right back. I don't understand the underground stuff. flag on the flag. George has been here for 20 years. You've been here, come for 10 years. This young lady, as you mentioned, is making her first appearance. And she is one of the stars of the syndicated series called It's a Living. And she has a reoccurring role on a very hot show right now, L.A. Law. And she got her start in the Broadway production of Dreamgirls. Would you welcome, please, Sheryl Lee Ralph. Well, I guess I got to ask, are you insecure or?
She's for you. She'll never leave you.
She'll never leave me?
Never.
Well, isn't that sweet?
I tried to do her hair like mine, but it wouldn't stay up there.
Is this something you made, or is this a marketable doll, or is
No,
it?
I have a big collection of dolls.
Really?
Yeah, I've been collecting since I was real little. My parents started me, and she was part of it. And when I left, she said, "Oh, I'd like to go."
Yeah. Do you keep stuff like this in your bed?
No, I keep them
little
in the
teddy
living
bears.
room.
You ever go with a girl, you walk in on the bedroom, you see little toys and so forth? Remember that. How are you? It's nice to see you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
You know, what was really nice was I was backstage, and we bumped into each other backstage, and you were very nice. You know,
What did you expect? Attila the Hun? or
No,
what? I said, hi, how are you?
well, that's exactly what you said. You said, "How are you?" And I was like, "Golly," because you know how sometimes you do these shows and you meet people.
Yeah.
They don't know who you are. They've never seen you before, and all they know is what's on that piece of paper. But you said, "Hi, how are you? I'm glad to see you."
Well, Mother Teresa and I have a lot in common. Good people. Now, you're doing two shows. You do the It's a Living, which is syndicated.
Yes.
And occasionally you do
L.A. Law.
very hot show.
Very hot show.
Yeah,
Great bunch of people.
how do you juggle those two?
Well, I have a wonderful schedule. It's called Sitcom Heaven. I do 3 weeks of It's a Living, then I do 1 week of something else.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm doing the 2 shows, and in my spare time, I do Amen.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh, you like that, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm doing Amen, and I'm doing the last episode of the season with, I'm playing a Sunday school teacher, and it's a, oh, you think that's funny, huh? And I'm going to be with Clifton.
Clifton
We'll see
Davis.
about his amorous affections
Yeah, well,
for the
good for
Sunday
you.
school teacher.
Now, when you were in Dreamgirls,
Uh-huh.
you weren't on the show before because we had the gals on, I think.
Yes, and that was the only heartbreak of the whole thing. The fact that the company was going to come out here, and I couldn't come because I was doing Search for Tomorrow. And I said,
You did the soap opera?
Yeah, I was doing Search for Tomorrow while I was doing Dreamgirls.
Isn't that one of the longest running
It is
soap
the
opera?
longest running soap opera on TV.
Yeah.
And so I was doing that, so I didn't get to come out here, right?
Yeah.
So, honey, I said, my God, they're coming to California, and I'm not going to do the Tonight Show. That's what really upset
Well,
me.
I'm sorry, but you're here now.
But I'm here now. I stood back there, and they opened the curtain, and the lights went up, and the audience applauded, and I said, I can't believe it. I'm actually here.
Yeah.
You know, wouldn't you like to be up here? Yeah. That's
What else?
right.
What else have you always wanted to do that you haven't done?
Well, I tell you the truth. I'm what you might call a late bloomer. And it's what I am. And it's wonderful being a late bloomer because I'm blooming now and loving it.
What do you mean? You mean you were shy when you were young? or
Well, I was,
Didn't date, or?
Well, it's not that I didn't date. It's just that when I started to get, socially aware, it was like when I got to college, and I was very young
Yeah.
when I got to college. I was 16. And,
College at 16?
Yes.
That's unusual.
Yeah, I went to Rutgers University. In fact, to date, I'm their youngest female graduate.
Is that right?
Thank you.
Good for you.
So, when I got to college, it wasn't like, I didn't really know so much. In fact, when I graduated I went to my senior prom, right? And this guy, you know how you do things sometimes in the car? And I just knew I wasn't a virgin anymore. I knew it was over. I'd never be the same.
You mean you... You mean you didn't know what you had done changed your virginity, or what?
Well, there were certain things that happened, and I said to my mother, I said, Mommy, why didn't you tell me these things? She said, because I didn't think you needed to know. I was like, oh, gosh.
Well,
it happens.
Was it unpleasant experience, or?
Well, he touched me.
We don't have the great detail.
Oh, it was...
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. In fact, it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I'd only just read about it, so it was interesting.
Yeah. Well, now, do you have a current young man you're seeing, or?
Well, I don't have anybody that I'm dating like serious, but I see Christopher Nance's back there. The weatherman?
Yeah?
Yeah. I like it when he touches his little flower when he reads the weather. So then I know
I tune in for that.
Yeah. There have been rumors of me dating folks like Magic, but I never dated him.
Magic Johnson you're talking
yes. In fact, he said to me, Sheryl, you're the only woman that I have never held her hand, and I'm going to marry her tomorrow. We've
Really?
never done anything. Nothing.
Well,
And then I was dating Victor Love from Native Son, so...
but nothing serious.
Not serious. I'm not getting married tomorrow. I used to think I really wanted to get married, but
Why?
I've since changed my mind.
Why is that?
I bought a house,
Yeah?
and I always thought that you had to have a husband to have a house. But I realized...
No.
See, you don't, right?
I don't think there's a legal precedent
Right,
for that.
exactly. Right. I bought this house for myself, and then I bought this nice car. So, and then I had a fur coat, so I said, my God, I got a fur coat, I got a house, I got a nice car. What do I need a husband for?
Got a point there. Good, solid way of looking at it. So, what do you want to do? You want to continue your career and?
Oh yeah, I want to continue my career. I want to do as much as I possibly can. I'd like to eventually produce.
Yeah.
I got a beauty video coming out.
Really?
And, yeah. I'm doing a lot more singing. I can't wait to get back into the studio and start work on my second album. And I'm just thrilled to death. Stuff is happening.
Well, you're a very attractive young lady. Hope things go well for you.
Thanks very much.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Well, we have a minute or so. Well, did you enjoy your appearance now? You said you were so nervous, you didn't tell your mother you were going to be on.
No,
Why
so
not?
I've got to call Mom. I was very, very nervous. The phone was ringing all day. Folks said to me, they said, Sheryl, you're going to be on the Tonight Show. I said, yes. They said, well, is it the real Tonight Show or the other Tonight Show? I said, no. What do you mean, the other Tonight Show? They said, well, is Johnny hosting or not? Because you know it's not the same if Johnny's not
I see.
hosting. So I said,
Well, you
no,
call
Johnny's
Mom now
going to
and tell her.
definitely be. Yeah, I'll call my mother and tell her, Mommy, please turn on the TV.
Yeah, it was
I'll be
nice
on in a
having you
little
here
while.
tonight.
Thank you very much.
Good luck with your shows. And
Thanks.
Susan, we'll be seeing you on Falcon Crest regularly. And happy dreams.
Thank you. I'll be seeing
Any
you.
night I'm available to appear in your dreams. And George, where are you headed or?
I'll be in New Orleans Saturday night at the Sanger Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bouncing around the country as usual.
Okay, nice to have you here. Good night. I'm humbled by that.